Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Madden 19 is just around the corner. So what are we getting this year? What amazing features are they bringing back? Are we getting Superstar Mode back? Oh, that's a bit odd. Whatever, Superstar Mode isn't everything. How about a revamped Creative Suite? I loved creating stadiums, uniforms. Oh, all right, we're not getting that either. So what are we getting? Oh, cool. You mean like we had in Madden 2009? Sorry to burst your bubble, football fans, but Madden 19 won't offer you anything new, exciting, or different this year than last year, despite what the EA marketing machine and YouTube corporate shills would tell you. I do know this, and for all of you asking, well, have you played Madden 19? Yes, I have. It was called Madden 18 last time, and 17, 16, and 15 the years prior. Do you remember a time though in the past, it seems not too long ago, where you'd sit on the edge of your seat waiting as 2K and EA would battle it out for supremacy to earn their spot on your shelf as your preferred football game that year? EA would come out swinging with simulation-style football and a bigger budget, while 2K would retort with a $20 price tag and more arcade-style football that casual fans could get into. And whether you love the 2K games or the EA games, it was all a matter of opinion. Then the dark days came in 2005 when EA bought the exclusive rights to the NFL license, effectively killing off 2K and all competition for making football games. The future didn't seem too bleak though. I mean, after all, Madden 2006 was my personal favorite Madden of the entire series. So how could you go wrong from this? What did go wrong? Those who went on to play future iterations of the series had a constant looming dread of, haven't I been here before, but better? With little to no improvements added in over the next few years, it wasn't so much a step forward and a step back, more a step to the side and another $60 price tag. To explain how it feels playing the Madden series then to playing the Madden series now, I want you to do me a favor. Picture a scenario, you buying a brand new car. You love the car, everything about it, from the color, to the stereo, to the handling. It's the perfect car and you are now a loyal customer. Now the next year rolls around and you want to buy a car again from the same company, but this time they've removed the air conditioner, power steering, and hell, why not the brake lines while we're at it? But they'll still charge you the same amount that you paid a year prior. Sounds pretty shitty, right? Well, imagine dealing with this shit for 13 years. That's how long it's been since the last unobjectively great Madden game has graced our consoles. And don't get me wrong, the gaming community and football fans alike don't hate EA and Madden because the series has done all it can do. We hate the series because of what it represents. Stagnant steps backwards, removing all the features that made it great. All we get is a watered down, hacked out version of the same crap we played last year, and we don't want that because we have ESPN 2K5 and Madden 2006. Here are some of the features that used to be in our yearly football games, only to be arbitrarily removed by EA. Create a stadium, create a team, create a fan, create a play. Dynamic attendance which reflected your team's performance throughout the regular season. Superstar mode, hiring assistant coaches, radio show during franchise mode, training camp drills, ESPN broadcast integration, equipment and tattoos, and historic teams are all absent completely. And that's just to name a few. I'm sure there are plenty more features that you guys remember and that I'm simply forgetting that EA simply removed, and the worst part is, no one's taken them to task for it. What really spurred the making of this video was a brief exchange I had on YouTube with an EA-sponsored YouTuber, Eric Rayweather. Rayweather in a recently released video stated that Madden 19 would not include a myriad of community requested options and features and responded with, quote, "I understand they can't do it all in 1 year." When I heard this, I physically winced and replied with a comment bashing EA and their laziness. Rayweather would rush to EA's defense, stating that, quote, "The average gamer doesn't want something that deep." And I was so glad to see people trashing this bullshit sentiment that EA tries to push on its consumers. And Rayweather, I know you're cashing a check, but come on, man. I just can't get over that statement, the average gamer doesn't want something that deep. I don't ever remember playing ESPN 2K5 or Madden 06 and thinking, Jesus, who put all this content in here? This sucks. So we get less content and features arbitrarily removed only to be added in years down the line and touted as something as new. Keep in mind, this is coming from the company that didn't have online franchise mode until Madden 13 when ESPN 2K5 had it in 2004. Now that's unacceptable. Even more unacceptable that people would defend EA for this bullshit. And I know they're cashing checks, but at the same time, this is something that's harming the entire gaming industry as a whole, but that's a discussion for another day. So let's look at some of the stuff they added in instead of bringing us back Superstar mode. Long shot mode, which is a 45-minute snooze fest with 2 minutes of gameplay, pretty much just laced with quick time events. We lose create a team, create a stadium, create a fan, create a play, create everything, only for it to be replaced with microtransaction-laden Madden Ultimate Team bullshit. EA can't even be bothered to add in a new scoreboard. And yes, scoreboard doesn't impact the game at all, but it points to the biggest problem that is on the Madden franchise, and that is laziness. How lazy do you have to be to keep the same scoreboard since Madden 15? How much dev time could it possibly take to change that one little feature? Not nearly as long as it takes to make sure the microtransactions are up and running. Crazy how much more of an effort EA gives when your credit card is attached. We're gonna do a little bit of an exercise here. I want you, the viewer, to match these screenshots up with the appropriate games that they belong to. Can you tell me which game is which? Because I can't tell the difference. Start now. Time's up, that's what I thought. Look, I realize this is a small complaint, but small things lead to big problems like a broken piece of glass in the urinary tract. I personally loved having new menus, new rosters, new scoreboards, because it made the game feel different. But what the fuck has EA been doing with all this dev time? Hey man, can you get started on developing Madden 19 right away?
Yeah, I got it.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Let it snow and snow.
America, fuck yeah!
So you got Madden 19 for me?
Oh shit.
Here you go. Let's think about another game franchise. Let's use Grand Theft Auto. All Grand Theft Auto games are the exact same. You steal cars, you shoot guns, you kill pedestrians. What makes these games so great besides, well, everything? Every single game in this franchise has its own distinct feel, from the presentation to the music. Hell, even the HUD is completely different. It gives each game its own distinct flavor. Madden, meanwhile, has had the same flavor since '07, and its flavor tastes like shit. As far as I'm concerned, the only time EA should ever have been given the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the Madden franchise was when they had to port over Madden 06 from the original Xbox and PlayStation 2 over to the Xbox 360, but that was only because they were developing for a brand new console which they had never laid hands on before. I mean, look at the graphical upgrade between Madden 06 on the Xbox and Madden 06 on the Xbox 360. Now I want you to do me a favor. Look at these screenshots here from Madden 15 on the Xbox 360 versus Madden 15 on the Xbox One. I personally can't tell a difference, can you? We aren't getting a better engine, better graphics, or better interactions with the players. Christ, guys, even Backbreaker always had unique tackle animations. The animations are still wonky. We still get an unreasonable amount of magnet catches and warp catches. A few random glitches.
And it's a touchdown! Cordero Patterson.
And the sidelines are still completely dead.
Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. Oh no, he lost the football! And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Now let's do a quick comparison. Let's go back to All-Pro Football 2K8 for a second. I saw this video years ago, but it's always stuck with me because it shows EA's a complete lack of attention to detail.
Right here, steps, gets hurt, grabs his leg, starts limping, and then decides, hey, I'm gonna man up, try and finish the play. Can't, takes another step, starts falling, momentum still going, hits the ground, slides, and then grabs his leg in pain.
And what's this shit? Post-game interviews, reactive crowds, sideline interactions between players and coaches? What a crazy fucking concept. Are we getting that in Madden 19? No, of course we're not. This shit came out in 2004. What's the excuse? All in all, guys, Madden 19 is just around the corner, and it's heartbreaking because this game is going to end up being in the top 5 best-selling list of 2018, and it's disheartening. For me and all the other football fans out there, this used to be a great series, but now it has just been pounded into the dirt because of EA's money-grubbing tendencies. We just have to accept the fact that the one proud game series that we all loved and brought us all together is officially dead, probably forever. But what do you think? I'd like to know what features EA removed from the game that set you off in a rage. Comment down below, and thanks for watching.